Hello everyone, I'm Nelleza Vilbar from grade 11 News. Today, I will share to you my own experience during a calamity or disaster. November 8, 2013, exactly 6 years ago, when the most devastating weather system smashed the heart of the Philippines, the Visayas region. 6 years had passed, but the memory is still clear. The terror is still there and I can't help to shed a tear just thinking of what happened that unforgettable day. The day I was given a second life along with my family. Super Typhoon Yolanda was monitored since it had developed in the waters of the Pacific Ocean. Weeks before its landfall, it has been predicted to be strong as it was maintaining and getting more strength while it was still in the vast ocean of the Pacific and still outside of the Philippines' area of responsibility. As it entered PAR, it gained more strength. Weather monitoring agencies all over the world was following its development, while the weather experts in the world was getting anxious of the possible impact by the Super Typhoon Yolanda. We in Western Mindanao were not concerned at all. Some may have been concerned, but generally, everyone was just doing their daily routine. When we see the news over the television and heard on radio, everyone would just say, "It's nothing. There is no storm that can so fare among us. We grow up in the storms every year." We are Bisaya. We are known to be brave and strong. Unknown to us was that due to the foreseen catastrophic effect of the Super Typhoon Yolanda, weather experts and media people, local, international, flocked into this part of the country to cover its landfall. I went to town early in the afternoon. The sun was still shining brightly. The rain came later in the afternoon. When I went home, my siblings were already preparing to evacuate to my aunt's elevated house located just beside our house. The rain was already falling torrentially. Strong winds were already starting to sweep around. We know the typhoon has made its landfall in the eastern part of Samar and heading its way to other parts of the country. The electricity went out and we observed. Outside, the wind was getting stronger and the rain was falling crazy. However, the worst was still about to engulf us. As minutes passed by, the wind was getting stronger. It was smashing at the windows. The little store outside the house was being ripped off its roof. The main door of the house was blown hardly and the rain was already coming in from the window. Seals are some of the window glass are smashed. It was then that we decided to move in towards the kitchen area of the house. Fear started to creep among us as the main door of the house was ripped from its frame and thrown a few feet away from the door. We could see that the roof of the house was being forcibly ripped off one by one. Corrugated sheets come off and flown to who knows where. We were already terrified. We know that it was just getting started, so we kept close to each other, protecting each other. I cried as the fear engulfed me. I was praying for it to end but was only getting stronger. It was then that I decided to just entrust ourselves and our lives to our Creator, as I accepted that perhaps it was going to be our end, that we are not going to see the sun anymore, and that this might be the end of the world for us. Instead of praying for the storm to stop, I pray that my Creator will accept my soul in heaven. I surrendered our life to the Creator, that if He decides that this is how our life should end, and so His will shall be done. But after almost 3 hours, the winds began to slow down as well as the rain. A corrugated sheet that has flown inside the house kept us covered and safe under the sink. When we observed that the winds and rain subsided, we were very thankful and so relieved that we were safe and alive. Relieved that the worst was over. I could say we have moved on after how many years, but we will never forget, especially the loved ones that we lost and pains it marked upon us.